you'll want to go to cccgrader.com, and then so you'll have like your username and password and stuff, and you'll log in with it. Okay. Okay, so an A-line to cool. All right, so right now you'll see like stuff that's like post contest. So post contest means it's just like after the contest they release it, but it's not the official one. So when you're actually writing it, you'll want to write the one that says live. And so let's just go into like a post contest to see. So when you click into the contest, actually, okay, right. So before like, so let's just say today is February 17th. You'll see a thing that's like CCC 2020 junior or senior. You'll probably see both of them pop up. And I'll say CCC 2021 junior, this live, and then you'll also see it CCC 2021 senior. So you see both of them. And chances are, I think you might want to do junior, but I'm just going to click on the senior. Actually, it doesn't matter. But so the way you join it is you'll want to, for that specific row, you'll want to click enter. So I'm just going to click enter. Right, so you'll see this stuff, right? And like you'll have to confirm all your information and type everything in, blah, blah, blah. And so you'll see a button that's like register / start timer. So once you click that, your 3-hour limit starts. So yeah, so once you enter the screen, you officially have 3 hours left. And so what you want to do is, for example, let's just click, you have like the problems here. So let's say you want to go to first problem. So you just click it and it'll open like a PDF, right? And so there's like a problem description. It'll give you input specifications, like what the input to the program will look like and what you'll need to output. And it'll give you like a sample input and like a sample output. And like it'll give you just like test cases. So if you did DMI stuff before, this will look very similar. If not, think about it just like any other like math question, for example. Like you have a description of the problem, and instead it's kind of like an input output thing. So the input is what like your program will need to take input of, and then your output is what your program needs to output. So like print to console. So for example, if this is the input, your program needs to output this, and then it'll explain stuff. So it's pretty self-explanatory, and I'm just gonna write like code. So okay, new REPL, Python. Right when you click Python, it automatically goes to Python 3. So you don't need to worry about whether there's like Python 2 or Python 3. I think there is a Python 2. You can click Python 2.7, but we've been doing everything in Python 3. So just to work on that and create REPL. So I've actually never gotten a Python file from REPL before, but we can see. Okay, cool. So wait, stop. All right, so I'm just going to do something really simple. So let's just, this is not going to be the actual solution, obviously. We're going to do like x equals input and then like print x. So it's just really simple, just printing what the input is. So it's obviously going to be incorrect, right? But I think the way you do it, so you have this main.py file. So you're going to click these three, actually. Oh, okay, cool. So what you're going to do is after you finish writing it and you want to run it, you obviously want to like put the test cases through. So like you want to paste like these test cases in and be like, you okay. But obviously it doesn't work because our program here only accepts one line of input, but like whatever. So after you finish writing your code that you think is correct and will pass at least some of the test cases, you see this file's header here. See these 3 dots at the, not for the 3 dots for the main.py, but the 3 dots at the very top of the left header. You're just going to click this and download a zip. So allow. All right, cool. And so let's open this. Downloads, cool. So, okay, I guess I went to desktop. All right, cool. So it did that zip. I guess you could just click it. Yeah, so I mean, if you're on Windows, you'll probably need to like extract it. But on Safari, you just open it and then you see a main.py, cool. So then we go to the problem, back to the initial one. So after that, you'll see a list of languages that you can use here, right? Wait, what? Oh, right, okay. Since this was last year, it says you can contest the right, so you can't. Like once you finish 3 hours, you'll see something like this. But let's just go to a post one then. All right. So let's just say, okay, junior. So same thing, right? And so the way you submit it is, so let's just say we're going for the first question right here. So we do dog treats, because that's the name of the question. Language, you're using Python 3. So select that, choose file. And so now you're gonna want to choose that main.python file right there. And you'll see that name pop up. And then you click submit. And after there, you'll see your code, and it should be the exact same one here, right? So we did that, and so that should be it. And then you'll see this like whole status thing. You won't actually see anything at first. It's first compiling, but then you'll just want to continually hit refresh. And so, yeah, we got 0 out of 15 points because our code was clearly wrong. But it'll tell you. For the sample test, it'll tell you stuff. And so, yeah, each question is out of 15 points. There are 5 questions total for a total of 75 points. Honestly, if you get like, CCC is meant to be hard. So if you get like 2 to 3 questions, that's already pretty good. So you feel proud. And even if you don't, I think most of you are pretty young, so you still have a lot of more time. And if you'll notice in the question, a lot of it actually gives like partial points. So for example, 4 7 of the 15 marks, n is less than or equal to 1,000. So for some stuff, like you can just like do like the brute force like method, like the stupid method, and still get some points. So really go for those partials. I mean, I think most of you have not really had that much experience with like sort of competitive programming yet. So don't worry if you find it really hard, because it's meant to be, but I think it's still a really good opportunity to try. So yeah, does anyone have any questions? And so, okay, after you submit it, you can just click the contest here, and then it'll take you back, and it'll say like, oh, when your most recent submission was, and stuff like that. And even so, for example, like the first time, say I submitted, and I got 0 points, and the second time I submitted, I got 9 points. It'll take 9. If the third time I submit, I got like 6 points. Well, it's still going to keep my highest score, so it's going to keep 9 points. And I think there's a limit. I believe you can only submit to each question 50 times. So for dog treats, for example, I can only submit at most 50 times. But like if I get like 15 out of 15 on my first try, then like I don't need to do it. Like if you get it right the first try, then there's no point submitting it more times. But yeah.